We're back with your chance to ask Attorney Stewart Vance your legal questions live here on the air for our Ask the Attorney segment. A reminder, that number to call 420-9732. We're going to go straight to the phones. We have Johnny in Tuskegee. Johnny, go ahead with your question.
Okay, the question I want to ask is I work for home health care. I've been on workman comp. Now I got hurt on the job. I've been on workman comp for a year and a half, and now the workman comp want to settle out, and they want to settle with $10,000. Is that a reasonable amount to settle out on?
I don't know, and I say that because a lot of things go into a settlement. You know, what your medical condition was, what your injury was, how it's been treated, and is it back to normal? Those are all things that are going to factor into the value of the air from the last caller. That workman's comp, when you settle a workman's comp claim, there's an option to either close the medical treatment part or leave it open. And what they typically are talking about, let's say someone's got a back injury, on the job injury, and it's their lowest disc in your back, and that's the area where it's been injured, and they're getting treatment, and the treatment is chronic and it's going to go on for a long time. That workman's comp claim can be settled, but they will keep the open medical part available for treatment on that part of the back, which means the patient's worried about, oh my gosh, what if I have this back condition for 10 years or 20 years, or like the last caller, 30 years. If the medicals are kept open in a comp claim, you can go ahead and settle everything else, pay whatever lump sum they're going to pay you, but keep that medical payment portion open. As long as you're getting treatment on that same area for the same condition, they could still have to pay for that for the length of until your back gets well, or forever, I guess. But a lot of times that's a big part of a comp claim. Are they going to close the meds? Are they going to keep some open? And that would affect the amount of the lump sum settlement. So a lot of that goes into, without knowing specifically your situation, I can't say. It could be that that's not a bad number. It could be that way that's too low. I just don't know enough information about the injury, the treatment, and the situation to give you a good yes or no to that question. So I'd say talk to your comp lawyer and ask those questions. They should be able to go through that with you as we do at our office with all the claims we have.
Stewart, how important is it to get some advice before you take any claim?
Oh, it's a ton. I mean, it's so important. And one of the things we're talking about, calls we might get in Alabama, and I can't speak to other states, but Alabama, if you receive money from a third party, so if you don't get a lawyer and you have a car wreck and you talk to the adjuster and they're going to give you some money, they offer me $5,000 and they're going to pay for my bills. Well, be careful about that, because they may absolutely offer you that, but the bills they are going to pay may just be the ones that they know about on the front end. That doesn't mean they're going to pay the bills or continue to pay the bills as long as you're going to get treatment. And in Alabama, if you receive money from a third party, like another person's insurance company for your medical bills, the medical providers, the hospital, your health insurance, they have a right to get ahead of you and get their money back. So if you did it without a lawyer and someone paid you some money and you have medical bills, be careful, because Medicaid, Medicare, Blue Cross, hospitals could come back to you and say, hey, we found out you got money from Alpha. We want our money back. And then you're obligated to pay that back. We've had a lot of people come to us after the fact, and that has happened to them. If you get a lawyer, at least in our office, we work that on the front end, and we know those bills are obligated to be paid, but we also, the law allows for the lawyer to get you a reduction on the money that you got to pay back to the health care provider. The reason for that is we're working to get money that we know Blue Cross is entitled to, so Blue Cross has to reduce what they want back because we've done some legal work for them. We pass that along to our clients. So we're going to get your medical bills reduced that you do have to pay back. So if no other reason to go get a lawyer, that's reason enough, in my opinion, to make sure you're getting the medical bills paid that you aren't going to be responsible for down the road, and you're going to get them paid back at a reduced amount.
Sir, what's the best way to contact you?
It's as easy as dialing 3 for me, 333-3333, or go to thevancelawfirm.com or WSFA.com.
Stewart, always good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you. Thank you.